musical practice workshop, keyboard practice. Let's talk about tensions. Tensions. What are tensions? Okay, all right. Let's see then. If I play F major triad, that will be F A C. Those are notes of the chord F major triad. F A C. Now, if this is just a triad, 3 notes. So those notes, they are chord notes. F, that's a chord note. A, that's a chord note. And C, that's also a chord note. 1, 3, 5. But if I want to extend the triad, I can build F major 7th chord. All I need to do is add the 7th note in the scale to my triad. So that will be, okay, if I play F major, okay, F, A, C, and the 7th note will be E. All right. Yeah, but we are talking about tensions. So far, we don't have tensions yet. Okay, because all we have we have F major 7th. That's normal. That's this chord is diatonic to the key of F major. So, all right. So far we have a 4-note chord, which is F major 7. Well, tensions, those are non-chord tones. They don't belong to the F major triad or the F major 7th triad, because all those notes, those 4 notes, F, A, C, E, those are chord notes. Anything else I add to those 4 notes, they are tensions. That means they are not chord notes. Okay, what they do, why we call them tensions anyway, well, we call them tensions is because they create some sort of dissonance, intervals of dissonances in the chords, and they produce they produce a richer, more tension quality, okay, than just a regular basic chord would produce. So there are tensions. They create some sort of, you know, movement. You know, they want to resolve somewhere. They want to resolve on on a consonant note, or on a consonant note or chord. You know, but you know, there are tensions, but just because there are there are tensions does not mean that there are problems. They're not problems. You know, as a matter of fact, they make the music, they make your music more interesting to listen to. Okay, they don't, you know, they don't cause, they don't cause any trouble. They they don't they don't, I would say, they don't really affect the fundamental sound of the original chord, of the original triad, or the original seventh seventh type chord. On the contrary, they make them sound fuller and better. That and that those sounds, those tensions, keep the audience engaged. You know, to your music. So we know the what are those tensions. Okay, well, in as a general rule, any, remember, those tensions, there are non chord notes. That means they are not parts of the original chord, of the original triad, or, or the seventh chord, like the C major seven, no, like the F major seven chord. But if you want to find those tensions in a chord, as a general rule, any note any note that is located a whole step over a chord note can be considered as a tension note. Not not all notes can be tensions. Certain notes can be tensions, others cannot. So as a rule of thumb, if you're playing C, not C, this time we're playing F. If you're playing F major 7 and your chord notes are F, A, C, E, so any note a whole step above a chord note can be considered a tension. Let me repeat that. In any note located one whole step above a chord note can be considered a tension. Example, let's see F. Okay, F, this is F. Okay, a whole step above F, we have A. A is qualified. A is qualified to be a tension. All right, let's continue. No, sorry, I'm wrong. This is F. No, F. F, A, C. Okay, F. What is the note? One whole step above F, that's G. Okay, G is considered a tension. Okay, let's look at the next chord note, which is A. Okay, a whole step above A, what do we find? What note do we find? We find B. So B can be considered a tension. Okay, okay, and C, the fifth of the triad, is above it. We have above one whole step above it. We have A, not A. We have D. So D can be considered a tension. Okay. So let's see. F, G, it can be a tension because it is located one whole step above F. B can be a tension because it is located one whole step above A. And D can be a tension because it is located one whole step above C. Okay, so let's go to B, the seventh. The seventh. Okay, well, I can a whole step above E, that will be F sharp. F sharp can also be considered a tension because it is located one whole step above E. All right. So, but the notes that are not considered tension in this case are the ones that are located half step above a chord tone. Example, back to F. Okay, F sharp is located a half step above F, so it's not qualified to be a tension. Okay, and A sharp, because it is located half step above the chord note tone A, is not qualified to be a tension. Okay, but there are some exceptions which I will see in another video. There are in every rule there are exceptions. We will see the exceptions one of these days. Okay. So what are G then? G is okay. If you play G, that's the 9, extension 9. You got F, and if you play G, that's extension 9. Okay. And A, let's see. Okay, if you play B, well, a whole step above A, that will be sharp 11. Okay. And D, which is which is a whole step above the fifth. That's above the fifth, so that's 6. So you have your qualified tensions are 9, sharp 11, and 6. And guess what? You get a chord. You get another triad. Okay. All right. So those are tensions in the F major 7th chord. Now, what if you play the 2 minor 7th in the key of F major, which is going to be G minor 7. Okay, then we have G minor 7. What are the tension? G, a whole step above G is a whole step above G is A. That would be 9. Okay, that would make it G minor 9, right? Okay, G is a chord tone. So a whole step above G, A is not a chord tone. So it is qualified as the first tension. So G, A is the first tension. That will be G minor 9, alright? Okay. Alright. So what is the next chord tone? The next chord tone is B flat. So a whole step above B flat, we have C. Okay, so C is qualified to be a tension because it is located one whole step above B flat, which is a chord tone. So in this case, C will be 11. Okay. All right. So we got, and then we got G, B flat, and then we got D. Okay, D is a chord tone. So the qualified tension would be a whole step above D. That would be E. So that will make it 6. Okay. So so the extension, the tensions for the chord G minor 7 are the 9A. Okay. Are the 9A, and also 11. Okay, 11, which is C. Okay, I will play okay, something like that. And then the next one would be 6. Okay, that would be C minor 6 when you add tension E. Okay. Okay. And then well, G minor 6 would be this. G minor 11 would be this. Okay. Then G minor 9 would sound something like this. So, and again, if a note is located half step above a chord tone, a chord note, it is not qualified as a tension. But there are, like I said before, there are exceptions that we will see at another time. So what about C dominant 7 then? All right, C dominant 7th. Okay, we're gonna play uh, C, E, G, B flat. Let me play it down. Let me play it down here instead. C, E, G, and B flat. Okay. What are the tensions in G? What are the tensions in C dominant 7th? Okay. Let's see. C. Okay. The what are well not what is the note that is what is the note one one whole step above C? That would be D. Okay, then that would be D. That will give you C dominant 9. All right. So let's see. There we go. And C dominant 9, something like that. Okay, what is the next chord tone in the key of C? That would be E. Okay then, that would be E. So what is the next note located a whole step above E, which is a chord tone? That's F sharp. Okay, now we got sharp 11 qualified to be a tension. Okay, and then I believe that you can play for dominant 7. You can, maybe that's one of the exception. You know, you may be able to play 11 instead of sharp 11. We will see. We will see. This could be one of the exceptions to the rule. Okay, so now, okay, we have 9. We have sharp 11. We can also have it. We can also have 11. All right. So now, what is the next one? The next one is G. G. So no. So I just play A G. G. And what is the next note? What is the note a whole step above G? That's A. So that's 6. Okay. So you get the point. You know. Any note located half step above a chord tone, a chord note, is not qualified. It's not qualified to be a tension note. Any note located a whole step above a chord note, a chord tone, is qualified to be a tension. So that's why you end up having 9, 11, and 13. You can also have 9, sharp 11, and 13. But most of the time you're going to find 11 when you extend minor chords, and sharp 11 when you extend major type chords most of the time. So and also you need to remember the tensions, okay, in the scale, in the major scale. For example, the tensions have two functions, two roles to play. You know, they have a harmonic role to play, and also a melodic role to play. Okay, so you got to keep that in mind. Okay, tension, you know. if you're looking at a lead sheet, for example, you know what a lead sheet is. A lead sheet is a summary of uh, of uh, of a composition, I would say, that in which you're going to see only the melody, the melody notes, and maybe on top of the measures, you might get some chord symbols, and then in the melody, those tensions can appear. No, in the lead sheet, you can see those tensions played above the chord, okay? As opposed to, well, let me put it this way. In an arrangement, in an arrangement, in an yeah, in an arrangement, you it is possible to see the tensions as the lead voices. Okay, so you can imagine how interesting that music is going to be to have those tensions as the lead voices in an arrangement. For example, you can play F major 7, okay? Then in the arrangement, of course, in your grand staff, all those notes are going to be part of the grand staff, and then at the top, in your treble clef staff, and this is F major 7, and you see at the top of the arrangement you see a 9, which is, you see that, or you can see let's see, or you can see a sharp 11, okay, and you see 9, okay, or you can see a sharp 11, okay, and you can see a 6 at the top of the arrangement. You know, you can see that. You know, it's possible. It's possible to see that kind of tensions on a lead sheet. Okay. Now, how you deal, how you play, how you approach that kind of interesting phenomena, it's especially on the lead sheet, it's going to be up to you, because on a lead sheet, all they give you is the chord symbols, and then now it's going to be up to you to play to create rhythmic patterns to play the melody. Okay, but usually you're going to see on the lead sheet, you will see tensions according to the treated according to the duration of the note, of the non-chord non-chord notes in relation to the chord notes, the chord tones. For example, you might see on the lead sheet, you might see non-chord tones that are a quarter, that are longer, okay, than the quarter note, which is the quarter note, which would be a chord tone. Okay, so like I said, you know, you probably on a lead sheet you might see a melodic tension that is longer than than a non than a non-chord. What I'm trying to say, a melodic tension, which is a non-chord tone that is longer than a quarter chord tone. I hope I mean I hope that makes sense. What I just said to you. Okay, so let's say you're playing 2-5-1. 2-5-1 in the key of F major. So you're gonna play F dominant 7. So if I play let's say if I play A, okay, if I play A, that's 9, right? This is G minor 7th. So I'm playing tension 9 as a melody note, okay, which is a non-chord note 9, okay, which is A, okay. That's 2, okay, 2-5-1, okay. 5 will be C, right? Okay, I'm going to keep playing the same note, A, which was 9 for the chord G minor 7. Now I'm not changing the melody note. I'm not changing the melody note. I'm going to keep playing the same note, which is A. But now this note now below it, it's another chord. It's not G minor 7th anymore. Now it's C dominant 7. Okay? For G minor 7, it was tension 9. But now the same note, A, for C dominant 7 is going to be what? It's going to be tension 6 or 13. Okay? Okay, so G minor 7, C dominant 7, and then 1. Okay? You see? So you can play, if you want to play, you can play, put a little rhythm to it. You can play. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, let me play another way. Let's see. Okay. So now I play 9 for F major 7. Okay. I'll start with G minor 9. Same note at C dominant 9, and I'm gonna play G, and now I have F major 9 or F major 7 9. You can say that also. You can say that also. So it's gonna be. Okay. So I'm playing non-chord tones that are longer than a quarter note, and then resolving on the one chord, which is F major 7. Okay. There you go. And that's usually the way you find those notes on the on the lead sheet, on a lead sheet. Okay. All right. So let's do that again. Okay. 2. Let me see. Let me see if I can put a little rhythm in. Rhythm. A little backing. Let's see. All right. All right. Let's see. Tension. You hear the tensions? Okay. All right. One more time. Okay, did you hear at the end of the phrase there was some sort of anticipation? This is very important when you try to play chords, you know, below the melody on the lead sheet, and then you have to adjust your rhythm according to the rhythm of the melody. If there is an anticipation in the melody, so you need to play your chord, that particular chord, accordingly. Okay, so see if you can hear the anticipation. Okay. All right, let's try again. All right, G minor 7, and G minor 9, because we're playing the extension 9. Okay, let's go. This is the anticipation. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, see? See that 2-5-1 progression in the key of F major, and then I play tensions, and then finally I mixed the tensions up with regular notes within the scale.